So you've just purchased the Mango Studios PW4000 767 Engine Mod, and now you want to know how to get it all installed. Well, luckily for you, Mango Studios provide a fantastic PDF and of course this video. So let's get right into the installation. So here we are. As you can see, I have the Mango Studios PW4000 Engine Mod downloaded here. It's a compressed zip file, so we just want to right click, hit extract all, and extract that into a regular file. And they're all done very nice and quickly. We don't need the zip file anymore, so we can go ahead and delete that. So now if we go to the Mango Studios mod here and open up these folders, we can see there is some installation instructions. And here's the installation instructions. So we might be using these as we go along. But I'm going to close that for now. And there's a couple of folders here. First thing we need to worry about is the main mod. So what I'm going to do here is just right click my explain folder and open it in a new window. Okay. And open these two just like that. I'm going to navigate to my Flight Factor 767 folder. Go into the main mod folder and copy or cut or however you want to do it. You can even just drag the objects folder here. It's going to replace some files. And there we are. Now, if you do not have the Carder mod installed, then we can move on to the next step, which is in Plane Maker. If you do have the Carder mod installed, what you need to do is open this and do the same. Copy the objects folder across. So I have it installed, so I'm going to copy it across. And again, let it overwrite. And now if we go into objects 767, we can see our PW engines here and all the relevant files. Okay. Now there's also here some extras. And if you want, you can install the alternate spinner. So I'll put two pictures up now. You can also change the spinner based on what's in liveries, but for the default, you can change what the default sort of spinner is. But you don't really need to worry about that too much. So let's now open Plane Maker and edit the ACF files. So let's open Plane Maker, let it load. And what you want to do is you can ignore this this warning here. You want to do File Open. And you want to navigate to your 767 folder. So that's going to be in your X-Plane 12 aircraft. Then maybe some of you will have your aircraft here. I have mine in a Flight Factor folder. 767. And then here's all our ACFs. Now, depending on if you're X-Plane 11 or 12, you want to open the relevant ACF. And we do need to do it to all of the variants. So we are going to add it to the 767-200ER. The 300ER, not the 400ER, because the 400ER do not use Pratt & Whitney engines, therefore we don't need to do it to that. The F variant and the SF variant as well. So the install instructions for the SF and the 200, and then the 300 and the F, so the 200 variant and the 300 variant, they are slightly different in terms of the length of the fuselage. They have slightly different coordinates, and we'll cover both of those today. But the main installation process for both is the same. So first of all, I'm going to open the SF here. So I'm going to open my SF X-Plane 12 ACF file. Hit open, let it load, click understood. You can completely ignore that. And now what you want to do is go to standard, objects. And first thing you want to do is just scroll down here until you see the pw.obj. So keep scrolling until you see pw.obj. There it is. And click clear, basically delete it. We don't want that. That's the old engine. Okay. Now scroll down to the bottom. Doesn't matter if you have Carder or not. It doesn't make a difference. Click add 3 times. So we're going to click add. Now we need to add the objects. Okay. So if we click this gray box here, it's going to open our 767 folder. You want to navigate to objects, 767, PW engines. And then the first one is the PW4000 left.obj. Make sure it's .obj. You don't want to open these PNGs or anything. It must be this .obj. So add the left engine first. There it is. Next, we're going to do the exact same. Objects, 767, PW engines, and then add the right engine. And now go to the exact same place, 767 PW and then n1fast.obj. Okay. Now we need to add the coordinates of where these objects need to be placed. Now for the SF and the 200 ER, so this is for the SF. SF is a shorter freighter, and the 200 ER, these are the coordinates, okay? The coordinates will be different for the 300 ER and the regular freighter, but for now, just a 200. We need to input the coordinates, the same as here actually, 188.97. So what you can do is if you click on the 0 here when the cursor is still like not an arrow like this, but this white triangle, and you can see it's highlighted in orange. Now you can use your keyboard. So we want to click 188. You don't need to type the decimal point on your keyboard. You can just type 97. 18897. And you want to do that for all of them. 18897. And last one, 18897. Okay. Now this middle one here we can leave blank. And this one needs to be 26.2. Now make sure you don't do it here at the front. This one, if I click it, that'll be 260. We don't want that. We want this middle one here. So you want 26.2. And here, just type 262. Don't need to type the zeros because they're already 0. Same for the others, 262. Next, 262. There it is. Okay. Now, we need to go to the manual here. And I want you to copy this from the manual. So hit Control C and copy this in the quotation marks of red text. Back to Plane Maker. Control V to paste it. And you want 1-sim object kill PW. Exactly that. Caps must be the same as well. And put that for all of them. Okay. Next is the shadow mode. They want to go to all views for all 3 of the objects. The rest you can leave as it is. And that's the installation done for the 200. Now, we're going to be doing the exact same thing, just with slightly different coordinates for the 300 ER as well. So we can hit File, Save, Understood, and that's done. Now, you don't need to close out of this if you don't want to. You can just click Open. I'm not going to save it again because we don't need to. And now what I'm going to do is open the 300 ER to show you how to do that as well. So we'll open the 300 ER. I'm just going to hit no, don't save again because I don't want to keep on saving the same thing over and over. There it is. Go to Standard Objects. And you want to scroll down and delete the PW.obj object that we deleted before. I've already done it on this one because I've already installed these engines beforehand. But it will be next to the RR.obj, RR standing for Rolls-Royce. It will be here, and you just want to delete that obj just like we did previously. And again, the install is exactly the same on the 300 and the freighter. You're going to click add 3 times, add the objects just like we did before. The objects 767, PW engines, PW4000 left. And let's add the right one now. PW4000 right. And let's add the N1 fast. So objects 767, PW N1 fast. So now, the only difference are these coordinates. As you can see, now we need to use 199.5 and 26.2. So that's actually the same. So let's do this here. So it's going to be, not that one, this one, 1995. Again, don't need to type the 0 because it's already there. 1995. And finally, 1995. Now, again, leave the middle one blank. Go here. And we need to do 2620. And we'll do it on the second one. And now, finally, on the third one, we want to paste the data from earlier. So just like we did before, copy and paste it from the manual. Shadow mode goes to all. And that's it. Again, we are completely done here with the installation. So click Save. And now we can close out of Plane Maker. And now, as you can see, we are just in the Boeing 767 aircraft folder. And as you can see, sometimes Plane Maker does this. It doesn't really cause an issue. But as you can see here, we have an ACF with a squiggly dash, right? and it's an ACF with a squiggly dash file. We don't want that. It's some sort of backup that PlaneMaker tends to make. So we're just going to go ahead and delete that. We don't need that. So now we are pretty much all done. The only thing to do is update some liveries. So I'm going to pull this to the side again. Now, if we go to liveries here, you can see that Mango Studios have provided some liveries as well. Now, these are not the full liveries, okay? These are just to make other liveries compatible with these engine mods. So as you can see, I have a FedEx livery here. This FedEx livery doesn't normally come with support for the Mango Studios engine mod because it's just come out. It does have support for the Carder GE engines. So to install these, go to the FedEx folder. You can choose between main and alternate. Again, I'll put pictures up on screen now of the difference between the two spinners, so you can pick whichever you want. I'm going to go for the alternate PW, and you can see this folder here. Just go back one to PW engines. If we open the FedEx folder now, go to Objects 767, and you'll see all the all the livery stuff. Obviously, you guys won't have the PW engines already here. This is just because I've previously had it installed. But that, for example, would not be there. You may have GE engines. If your livery is Carder compatible, you might not. That's not an issue. All you want to do is in this folder where you have Cockpit, F, and all this other stuff, drag the PW engines into that, and now that livery is compatible with the Mango Studios Pratt & Whitney engine mod as well. You can also change what the default spinner is as well. So to do that, just go to the aircraft folder, open up the extras. Now if you want to change it to the alternate spinner, just drag this object across. That's all you got to do. Okay, so that is the end of the installation tutorial. I hope everything went well for you guys. If you do have any issues, please feel free to leave a comment down below. Or join the Mango Studios Discord server, where they will provide some fantastic support and help you if you do have any issues, but I'm sure you will not. I hope you enjoy your new beautiful Pratt & Whitney engine mods, and I will see you next time.